look like I'm baking in my own sweat. I look like I'm just marinating in it, just dying in it. And it's really not that bad. It's admittedly pretty hot in here though. I've got the AC on that way. Well, it's the opposite way for me because the camera's. Anyway. I was supposed to have a friend over again today to do an episode. It was supposed to be technically episode 3 of the podcast. I was going to count the last stream I did as episode 2. For the second time in a row, he's ghosted me, so I'm getting pissed off, honestly. Like, the first time it was like, whatever. You know, like I told him no pressure. If you can't make it, you can't make it. And then he told me the day after, he said, I'm really sorry I couldn't make it, but I didn't want to let you down. I mean, you made me my day worse by waiting. I would have preferred if you just even sent a quick text being like, I'm really sorry, can't make it today. Would have been like, cool. But this is the second time in a row that he hasn't done that. And it's kind of getting on my nerves because if I find out some shit that he had something to do, like, I'm gonna kind of get pissed off because I'm gonna be like, dude. And he already knew he's on thin ice because this is probably like the 4th time I've looked at him and been like, I'm done with your shit. Like, you're on thin ice. Like, you're my best friend. But I don't mess around with that. When you waste my time or my money, I don't play with that stuff. But that's kind of beside the point. Last time I just streamed was, I think it was last Wednesday. So I kind of figured what I'm going to do is basically just go over my week, go over, you can't see it because it's just out of frame, but I've got a giant pile of stuff, and I've kind of organized it by, over the course of a week, slash like other things, it's kind of hard to explain. I've got like, that, these, that, those. I've got stuff to talk about. So, starting with the day after I recorded the last stream, the last podcast, whatever you want to call it, I got paid, right? So I ended up, I went to the mall with the same friend who was supposed to be here today. And I'm not even going to talk about that story yet. First thing is, I'm really sorry that there hasn't been a lot of content. When I moved to this place, I had been under the impression, like when I made the plans and packed everything, I was under the impression I would only be here from June, like May 31st until the end of August, and that is still the case. But I was under the impression that I already had plans set up to move into a place with my partner again, and we had everything set up. We were ready to pay for storage for this new place in September, and then the fucking bitch basically sent a message like, oh, I'm actually moving to Nova Scotia, so never mind. So we're kind of screwed out of it for now, and I admit it still messes with me. It makes me like unreasonably angry. It gives me a lot of anxiety, but my point is when I pack stuff, she's got most of my stuff. I basically got like a stack of books, a stack of DVDs of movies I've already reviewed that I just really liked, and then my laptop and my Xbox and TV are over there, but they didn't get set up until the day before the last podcast episode. There were some PC games I was really wanting to do some streams on, but I just couldn't. Like, I think you guys probably saw the attempt I did to try and stream Sega Genesis games, and it was just so filled with, like, so broken that I couldn't do it anymore. So I was going to try and stream Kindergarten, but I was unable to do that as well. After the Sega thing, I kind of got just pissed off and just didn't bother. But I beat that yesterday. The first one. It's done now. You can look on my Steam account. It's done. I'm working on the second one. I've got 5 out of 9 endings left. So that's like you're 5 done out of 9. So there's 4 left to do. So after the two kindergarten games, I'm thinking of trying to play through the Emily is Away games, and I might actually try and stream those because I don't think there's so little going on graphic wise with those that I don't think there will be an issue with streaming them, but I don't know because I honestly think the fans to my laptop might be completely broken. Just because like I don't work anymore because it gets so unreasonably hot and never cools down, and it's gotten to the point where occasionally I either have to unplug my laptop and move it toward and hold it near like the fan of my AC or do that for the battery because I'm noticing that there's such little actual cooling going on with it for any of it. So like I'm very confused by that, but I don't think I'll ever actually bother to replace the fans in this laptop because it's so old it's missing multiple keys, which is another reason I can't really play a lot of PC games because I'm missing two important keys, the D and the E. But I'm going to try to play Emily is Away. I have the first, I have the first two, I believe, but I don't have the third one. So we'll maybe see about getting the third one. I don't really know. It depends. I don't think so. I don't really think I care, honestly. Like, they're not big games anymore. Nobody bothered to play the third one when it came out, whereas like big YouTubers like Jack and Mark played the first two when they came out. But I don't think anybody actually played the third one. Like I tried looking for walkthroughs of the third one, and not a single YouTuber covered it. So like it really faded into obscurity. Maybe I would do a playthrough. Maybe that would, if that's something that people are interested in, I would maybe see about it. It's like $12 on Steam. So I'd probably get like a $25 Steam card. Spend like package like half of it on that game, and then just spend the rest on some other shit. Maybe we'll see. I don't really know. I don't really care. But if you guys want that, then sure. Another thing is, I was reading. I've been trying to read Stephen King's The Dead Zone. I couldn't really get into it. I tried. I've had this for years. My mom gave it to me when she gave me most of her collection. But I just could not get into it. I really tried. I got about 50 pages, something like that. And I was like, no, this has bored me the whole time. And I'm very particular. Like, that's the thing. A lot of people will be like, you have to get a certain amount of length in, and maybe it'll get interesting. But if I don't get gripped by the way a story is being told, or the wording, or whatever, I just don't enjoy it, and I can't get through it. Like, Bag of Bones is about, honestly, I think it's twice the length. It's about twice the length of this book. This book's shorter. And I was able to read through with no issue. Like, I took breaks here and there to not get burnt out, but like, I really had no issue with getting through it. So like, as much as this is considered one of like the big Stephen King books that everyone really likes, I think for me it has less of that horror or mystery element, and it's a lot more just a thriller. It's a lot more sci-fi, and I don't really find those books interesting. Like, I'm not gonna read a book about a spaceship when I could watch a movie about a spaceship kind of thing. That's why I had trouble with like Star Wars Extended Universe stuff. I just couldn't do it. But speaking of, there's a reason that I read the book. I was trying to read the book anyway. It's because I have this big 7-movie collection that my mom also got me, actually. And one of the ones that comes with is The Dead Zone. I didn't bother reviewing the movie because I didn't bother finishing the book. So, but this has The Stand. This has, which I've seen, The Langoliers, which I've seen, Golden Years, which I think I've watched. I've watched everything on here at this point. The only two I hadn't watched were The Dead Zone and Pet Sematary, which now I've seen The Dead Zone, because I did actually sit down and watch it. I just didn't find it very interesting. I don't know. It is was nothing in it that really interested me. I did sit down and watch it though, but I wasn't interested. But kind of moving on from that front, um, going back to the story I was telling earlier. I guess give me 1 second first. I'm gonna mute my mic. Give me 1 second.
I think this is the. I don't know if this is working. Wait. Give me a second here. Gay sex videos. Gay sex videos.
Why is it doing that?
Homosexuality. Okay, that's better. That should be a lot better. I think it's fine. One sec.
Whatever. Alright, so yeah, on Thursday I went to the mall with my friend, and it was 2 times over. I got paid. So it's like, oh, I need to grab groceries, I need to do a couple things, and then I ended up at a board game store because I looked at it's actually over there. I'll show you in a bit. But I looked at a figure. There was a figure I'd seen there a few times. And I was like, oh, I'm collecting similar types, right? Like up on that wall, I've got Venom, Hulk. I had Loki at one point, but I gave him to my brother. But Venom, Hulk, Thor. Up there, I've got Wolverine, and then the Thing and Doctor Doom. All of the same, like, line of figures. So I've ended up kind of collecting them for about 2 weeks. Right around the time I took my big break from music is when I kind of started collecting those figures. To be honest, but I hadn't seen that specific one, and I was trying to get a set, so I hadn't seen that one until I was at the store. So I was like, okay, cool. But I was there, and I ended up getting. Let's start with this one. I got Batman here. I did take him out of the box, however, that's because of the movie he was advertising. I just decided taking him out of the box would probably be better, honestly. I don't think he'll ever really be worth anything, so whatever. Plus, I don't collect things to preserve their worth, really. I collect them just because I like having them. I like them. And something I've noticed, there's a lot of movies and shows and stuff that nostalgia bait, and I could definitely admit that, but they came into mind, they weren't on me, they were too long. Like, I've got tons of X-Men 97 merch up there. I'm actually going to get it from those newest soon. No Way Home, even though, it's absolutely a fundamentally flawed movie. I still love it. Things like that, so I can't help but kind of get that same feeling. I definitely I've fallen for it a lot, and so I think my favorite part of it, what makes it so interesting to me, is the consistent new merch for these versions of characters. So, getting a figure of Batman or Tobey Spider-Man now, before No Way Home, before X-Men 97, before that one movie with Homelander. was like, it was pretty hard to do. They were a lot more expensive. There was a lot of package. Like, I had a couple toys from the Toby Spider-Mans as a kid, and then I lost them. Like, so having a lot of these characters coming back now is a really cool way to get figures of these characters for a lot better prices, and that's what I'm really interested in. So that's why I got him. So he's just, the way I kind of had him is I had him above everything on the shelf, and then with my AC going, this cape flows in the wind by itself, and it looks kind of awesome. So I can't even lie. Pretty cool. But yeah, I got Batman here. I also got, this one I kept in box. And I got Spider-Man here. Now, the issue with him is I tried to hang him on my wall like I do in most of my figures, and the flap here kind of broke. So he is technically open, but I have not taken him out. Now the weird thing, obviously, this is the Venom symbiote Spider-Man, which is why I thought he was really cool. He looks like he's probably based off the 2017 show, just because of the logo, the design on the box here. I think this was probably meant to advertise that show, but I'm not really sure, because I know this one over here definitely was, but especially up here. This specifically right here was the look of Spider-Man they used in advertisements for around that era. The weird thing is, this doesn't say symbiote suit Spider-Man, this says black suit Spider-Man, and on the back it reads, Spider-Man wears a sleek black suit that accesses unlimited webs, enhanced strength, and shape-shifting mastery, but it doesn't say that it's an alien. It's implying that it is, because it is. It doesn't say anything about it actually being. And they seem to just be avoiding the subject of it being the Venom symbiote, like, altogether. So it's weird. Which is even weirder because, actually I can probably pull it up on my phone real quick. I've got another picture of another toy from the same series. It's just a smaller version. But straight up just admits it, so it's weird. I'll pull it up in a second here. I've got to find it. It might actually be in my bin. Here it is. So this one you can see says Symbiote Suit Spider-Man. I haven't looked on the back, but it's clearly the same design, the same like series of toys. It's just smaller. But that one acknowledges that it's Venom. So why doesn't this one? I just thought that was really interesting. That was a weird thing. There's also a Venom of these figures here. There's also a Carnage, which I'm really sad I wasn't able to get. And then there's obviously just a regular Spider-Man that looks nothing like he does on the actual cover. But yeah, just thought that was interesting. But the kicker out of there's two more things I got from this specific store a week ago. Is I actually can't even put them in the frame while holding the mic. It's Venom, obviously. It's Maximum Venom Spider-Man, which means it's meant 100% with the 2017 show. I really like this. This is actually the biggest. It doesn't look that big, like on the camera, but like I'll give you kind of a comparison with the Batman next to him. Like, he's bigger. He's bigger than that. I think he's bigger than Spidey, and he's a little. He's like a head taller than Spidey. Not too much, but like he's big. And this one says, yeah, like this is he's got the big old tongue and everything, and he's not open at all. He was $30, which isn't shocking because this one's big. But now this is where I got pissed off. Let me go grab it. I forgot to mention about the Batman figure is I've got a Lego figure from Party City. I actually think I talked about him in the last stream, so that's why I kind of forgot. But he's right here. I got him from Party City of all places, and he's meant to be the same version. So I thought that was interesting. The other thing is that this version's head doesn't turn, but the actual action figure does. But with this this piece here, its head and cape are stuck together, just like it was in the actual movie. So yeah, just a fun thought. I don't know if they made new versions of Keaton's suit for the Flash like the other movie, and that's why this could turn. I don't really know. It would make sense, but. So, this is where the thing that really pissed me off came. This guy, which yes, he's out of the box, was $20. And I was pissed. I was like, so even going to go to the pay and get those other three big guys and then him, I was like, there's no way like this. I didn't know that he was $20 at the time, but I was like, oh, it came up $100. And I was like, that's fine. So I'm like, okay, weird, whatever. And I leave. So I look on the back trying to figure out why was this $100. And I look at all three of those guys, they're only they're cheap. Like Batman was 15, Spidey was about 20, and Venom was like 30, so not pretty crazy. I look at this guy and he's $20 on his own. For this guy, he's tiny. Like, to give you a scale, here's the mic. Barely comes up to the cool part of the mic. He's tiny. He's nothing. The literal only thing that's special about him compared to the other guys is that he has rubber hands and feet. So I'm kind of like, that's wild because most of these figures I've gotten from the dollar store. But I'm like, okay, maybe he's just really hard to find, So then I leave the mall and I go to the dollar store next door to get food and such, get groceries, get whatever, usually I get plantain chips and such because I like those. And I see this exact same figure. This is actually the one from the dollar store, but I got him for $5, just like I kind of expected the other one to be. So I see that and I get pissed because not only did I get him for $5, but I got a Moon Knight on the shelf over there that I got with the same trick for $5, as well as Thor and Iron Man over there were $5, and the Thing and Doctor Doom. But those are all from different trips. But I'm kind of like, that's wild. So I take the receipt, I go back to the board game store, and I say I want my money back for this guy. So I got $25 back. But and then I just kept the dollar store one, took him out of the box, and he's been on my shelf chilling with the rest of the Fantastic Four ever since. Well, most of the rest of them. I was missing one character, but we're going to get into that story later. Yeah, so while I was there, I was able to get Moon Knight up there, and I was able to get a Lego Joker figure that I've got over there. It came with a kid's book, which was embarrassing to buy at the counter, to be honest. But yeah, let me put this guy back.
Thursday was an eventful day. Is kind of the shorthand of it. I ended up going to, like, after getting the stuff from the dollar store, I was still there. I got lots of food. You know, I kept I did responsible stuff. And then we went back to the mall. We got Subway for like Lupper, I guess, because it's around like 3 p.m. at this point. We came back here, we chilled here for a bit, and then he went home. Or actually, we came back here. I remember now, this is what I was important. We came back here, we kind of put everything where it needed to go. We chilled for like an hour, and then I get a call from my partner, and she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in the area. You want to meet up?" So I was like, "Hell yeah!" So yeah, we met up, and I got to see her, and that was awesome. And then kind of we all parted ways. And I went home, and we got a pizza. Actually, the boss is still over there. I'm an idiot like that, but it was pretty good. Then I don't really remember anything we did on Friday. Just went to work and had a normal day. Yeah, Friday was just a regular work day. I just chilled, like at work. Saturday, I don't think I did anything Saturday. I think I worked Saturday. That's what I did. I worked Sunday as well. So regular. During the weekend, my debit card stopped working, so I actually had to call and get it. I'm getting a replacement sent over. It should be here around the 17th to the 20th. But that means I literally can't make any purchases until then. Luckily, I don't get paid till the 20th anyway, so I'm good. But yeah, I had a kind of crappy day on Saturday, where I kept missing classes and stuff, even though they're supposed to be on time and all that. But yeah, and then I switched shifts with someone on Sunday because I couldn't make it at the right time. Monday I worked again. There was nothing going on. My grandfather called me on Saturday morning, and I didn't really expect that, so that was chill. We're going to see each other this Sunday, and he said he might come visit and hang out. Because I'm going to his place Sunday. He said he might come see my place tomorrow before work. I told him I work at 5, so he's got to think about it because I got to start getting ready for like 2. Going over kind of the work week.
ate all my bread. I remember in my last podcast, like my last stream like this, I was like, I'm worried that I'm not gonna get through all these 3 loaves of bread, but I managed to do it. It wasn't like it was begrudging either. When I was at the dollar store getting groceries, I got a bunch of canned chili as well as some of the like chicken and stuff like that. So I've been I was making a lot of sandwiches, and then with chili, I was dipping the Texas toast bread specifically. And then I had a couple like peanut butter and chilies, all that jazz. But I got through all the bread. I ate chili for dinner. Literally, last night was the first time. Last night I ate chili, and then I ate it literally every day for about 6 days before that. Like I've had chili every day for the last week for dinner. But I like chili, so it's okay. For breakfast, I was eating bags of plantain chips, like one for breakfast. Actually, that's what I had. I had one this morning, but it wasn't for breakfast. It was kind of I always feel really sick in the morning, and it really hurts, and I get like so hungry that that's why I usually make quick breakfasts, because I can't take the time to just cook, or like even going downstairs and making a bowl of cereal is too much for me sometimes, so I have to have something there to just open, grab, eat. So I kind of mushed on plantain chips, and then I made eggs this morning, so that was pretty good. We got like 3 containers left because I made a whole dozen of eggs. The one that I ended up eating, I made an egg patty. I put some raspberry jam on it, and then I put some maple syrup on it. It was pretty good. I know it sounds weird, but it's pretty good. For lunch, it's kind of just been here and there different stuff. I was eating a lot of sandwiches, like I said. Today and yesterday, Yesterday I tried SpaghettiOs for the first time. Like, I had never had actual SpaghettiOs. We have a different thing here, kind of. It's called Alphagetti. I don't know if it's in America at all, or like anywhere else, but it's something that Liv actually really likes. But I tried actual SpaghettiOs for the first time, and I liked them a lot. And I had them for lunch today too. My plan for dinner tonight is to have beef macaroni, so like Chef Boyardee, basically. I know it's not a great diet, but it's keeping me floating. Tuesday I had the day off finally, and I had a bunch of appointments, so I had to be up really early, like 4 in the morning, because I had like 8 different appointments throughout the day, because I kind of tried to mash them to one day of the week. So I had to be up like really early, like 4 in the morning, and I wasn't able to do that. I was not able to. My alarm didn't. I went off. I think. I don't really know because I never actually saw the alarm itself. Like it was on. I woke up at like 8, had a panic attack, and bam. So yeah. And then I realized I had a bunch of money missing from my account. My friend was supposed to come over that day or like meet me on the way to my appointments because there was something I wanted to purchase. He did end up meeting me, so that's, it all worked out, but it was kind of like a rush. Because I didn't have my debit card and there was something I really wanted to grab. Plus I didn't get to eat before I left because I was in such a panic. So I basically sent him enough money for bus fare. He got that to me. I sent him the rest of the money, and we went. There was like a little bit of time to kill before we had to go out of town over for my next appointment, which was my last one of the day. We were like rushing to a whole bunch of them. And so we killed some time in a comic book store, my local one. So while I was killing time at the comic store, which I go there usually like once every 2 weeks because I have an appointment in the area, I saw him, which I've seen him there a few times. I've kind of made it a mission to get him to finish up the Fantastic Four collection of these figures. So I wanted to get, they also had Magneto, and I thought that it would be really cool to have Magneto since I've already got Doctor Doom and Loki and Venom. And I thought like, having Mr. Fantastic, Doctor Doom, Thor, and Loki, like with Spider-Man and Venom and Marvel's main like hero, like would be really cool. But I didn't have enough for both, and I didn't have enough for this guy because my partner had used a bunch of my money, and I was like, what the fuck? But I talked to her, and I guess she ordered a secret gift for me that she won't tell me about. So she said I'm gonna like it. She's gonna be bringing it eventually. But yeah, I actually really like this guy. Like even taking him out of the box, I almost felt a little bad, just because he's translucent. You might not be able to see it, but like you can see through him. He's got these flames on him, and like none of the other figures have like anything like this. He's really cool. I actually think out of all these figures of the series, I think Moon Knight is still my favorite one I have. And Venom's probably up there, but this guy's probably number one, honestly. Like Moon Knight's probably second favorite, but I think Human Torch is number one just because of the way he's made. It's just so cool. Sorry, my mic decided to get caught in part of my ear, and that hurt like a Anyway, yeah, so we killed the time that we had left to kill before we had to go. And then we went one town over, and it was really hard. We had like another 2 hours to kill. So I decided to go to the mall that was there, which is not the same mall that I went to like 5 days prior. It was a different one. And they have a really cool collectible store, but I haven't really bought anything from there yet. I think the most I've gotten was the Sonic can that I showed him like 3 streams ago. The Dragon Ball can that I showed like 3 streams ago. And that was it. Or he had some change that he scrunched up, so we got Subway for lunch. It was just a 6-inch for me, and then that's it. It's like I could food at home, but I mean, he had more money than he thought after he scratched up the change, so he got the Hello Kitty drink
yeah, so apparently these pins are like super duper collectible, right? I think they look like they're like highly, you know. He didn't tell me that he even got them. He just was like, "I got you something. I'm gonna show you it on like when we're at." So the second one I opened. I'm not gonna show the first one yet because I actually like the first one I opened more. But the first one I opened, we got Bishop here. Oh, and he fell out, and now he's gone. He decided to time travel away. But yeah, these are pins that are meant to go on like a hoodie or something. So I've got Bishop here. He doesn't like staying in his little cubby for some reason. You don't really know why. But I got Wolverine as the first one, which I'm like opening. I'm like, man, that'd be really cool if I got Wolverine. He's my favorite X-Men character, and then boom, I got Wolverine. So he's been chilling on the same shelf as all my Wolverine figures. I can see them over there. I've got 2 Wolverine posters, a Wolverine figure in the box, a Wolverine mask, an X-Men 97 Wolverine figure in the box, 1 X-Men 97 Wolverine minifigure, 1 regular Wolverine minifigure from Lego, and then 3 Superhero Squad figures, and then this. All in one spot. It's really cool. It's like my little Wolverine corner. It makes me happy because he's my like, all-time favorite Marvel character. I've always liked Spider-Man, like don't get me wrong, obviously, but Wolverine, like as a kid, I've always thought he was really cool. So like I've always had like a weird connection with finding him like the most interesting. And for a long time, probably around when I hit like 10 or 11, it kind of faded out because he wasn't getting a lot of interesting stuff going on. He was showing up in movies and stuff, sure. But right around when Logan came out, I had an interest in him, and then it kind of faded after that because they didn't do anything with the character outside of comics. And then they announced Deadpool and Wolverine and X-Men 97 and all this stuff, especially because it features the actual classic yellow costume. And that makes me like even happier just because that was like I grew up loving the original, not the brown costume, though I do like that one. Or the orange one from X-Men Evolution. I never really cared for that one, but it was interesting. I've always grown up with the astonishing costume, I guess is what you call it, like the yellow, blue, and black one. Has always been kind of my favorite. So the fact that they're bringing the classic, well, especially the mask, the fact that they're bringing this classic mask, it's making me really happy. I'm so sad we never got to see it in a movie until now. I'm excited for that movie. I really want to go see it. I'll probably end up starving myself to go see it, honestly. It wouldn't shock me. I've already watched all of X-Men 97 and done a rewatch of the original show. Like, I love that character, so having this, like, dedicated wall for him is really cool to me. And having all this new merchandise come out is really cool to me. It's always been something that made me sad was like, you get plenty of Spider-Man, you get plenty of every other character, but there hasn't really been much for Hulk. Or not Hulk, for Wolverine. Even Hulk has been a little underutilized admittedly in the MCU, but at least he's getting some. You know, like even the new Captain America movie seems to be more so a Hulk movie that they just replaced Hulk with Cap for it. And Moon Knight's a character I've recently started finding interesting. That's why I bought the figure, because I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm really happy about that pin, and I was like, thanks, that actually is really cool. But yeah, I'll be back.
little X-Men 97 Wolverine, and then on top is my pin of X-Men 97 Wolverine, and then on next to that is the figure of the same version. That's really cool. Right. We do something with this bishop and oh yeah, that's another thing we should probably bring up my work today. I got this. I didn't even get it. I found it on the ground. I guess someone might have already had it or something and just left it somewhere. But having a Deadpool Elvis is kind of funny. And I'm gonna try and put this bishop in. On this same bag. There we go. There you are. Here we go. He's on the bag now. So we talked about there's like one or two more. I know there were these, but then there was like one other thing I needed to talk about. But I wanted, but I cannot remember it. So whatever. Like looking at it, I'm thinking about what it could be. I don't know. I got this pillow here as a gift from my partner on that same day that I saw her, so that's pretty awesome. I love her. She's actually the best. if I don't have to cut this stream short. There might end up being a chance I have to. We'll see. I'm sorry I was gone for so long. I couldn't remember what the other thing I wanted to do was, or talk about was. I mean, getting to yesterday, like I worked yesterday, came home, beat kindergarten, started kindergarten 2. I've got 5 out of 9 endings completed. So yeah, I guess there's some drama with my brother, but I'm not gonna get into that because that's not my place. I'm not even gonna get into why I disappeared for a bit, like a few seconds ago. I got a text from my friend's brother, so I'm just trying to figure out some shit. But I found these at the dollar store not too long ago. Actually, it was on my moving day, I believe. They're Batman Arkham Origins line bags, and I actually had one of them that I opened and got Black Mask from, but unfortunately, I don't have her anymore. I lost them in the move. But I got 4 of them, so we're gonna open all 4 of them right now. Because I've been holding on to these for like almost 2 weeks now. It's literally 13 days. 1 second. I've got a Facebook message. It's probably really urgent. If I can type my friggin' password in. There it is. Okay, let's go into the one I started opening. Now, I'd only see 4 characters on the back: Batman, Joker, Black Mask, Deathstroke. However, I got Bane. He also has like a trading card, which is fun. I didn't really expect that because he doesn't show up on. I thought there was only like 4 or 5 guys in the set. So now I'm kind of curious to see how many there are. And yeah, this is very much Arkham Origins design of Bane. And it looks like he's like almost like a D&D character because he's got all these like stats and stuff. So I wonder if there was like some kind of game or something. But the fact that these are just showing up at Fedora show is really interesting. Like it does intrigue me a little bit. Because were these just things that never sold? Were they trying to do like a DC Comics like D&D type game and then they just never went anywhere? Like I'm very curious. Alright, we've got, what the hell is this? Oh, it's Deadshot, okay. This is another one that's not on the back though, so like that shows me that there's actually more to these than I thought. Because yeah, I've got 2 now. I've got 2 that aren't even on the back. We've got... Who's this? Who is this? It's Anarchy, okay. Didn't expect him at all, like, cause he's just a side mission character. So that's definitely interesting. I don't think. Yeah, he's a little Anarchy figure. That's kind of cool, I guess. I'll definitely try and grab more of these if I see them around, because if there's more characters to collect, then that's kind of cool. Like if I can get like a whole set of these, that's cool, because they're all their Arkham, or at least the Arkham Origins designs. And this one's really dumb and kind of not worth the time, but they got a thug from Penguin. Just a random guy, a random guy who works for the Penguin. That's all he is. He doesn't even look like they put much effort into actually barely got a face. Like, you can tell the Bane, Anarchy, and Deadshot had some effort put in. This is just a dude. It's just literally just a dude. Yeah. I don't know how you're supposed to, like, turn this dial or something. Okay, you do. But, yeah, those are the 4 characters I got. I have Black Mask somewhere. I don't know. Like, I don't have it here. But I did have him. But, all around, interesting. To say the least, interesting kind of... What theme was it? It's clearly, yeah, there's cards, so it clearly needs to be some kind of, like, game. So I don't know what the heck this is, like, supposed to be. Like, it's weird. summer school in Brno. But yeah, that's all for the stream. I've also got some personal stuff to attend to. But I hope you kind of enjoyed hearing me ramble for like an hour and a half. I probably won't do this again until Tuesday, which isn't that bad, right? So it's only like 4 days. So you might get another one out of me soon. There won't be much really to talk about, I guess. Like Friday at work, my grandfather might come down. Saturday, my partner's coming down, and I'm supposed to have a birthday party with my friend, and if he doesn't show up, and it's just me and my partner, that's perfectly fine with me, if you know what I'm saying. And she's giving me that gift. And then Sunday is Father's Day, so I'm going to be seeing my grandfather, my stepdad, and at least giving a call to my dad. So, yeah. And then Monday I work. So Tuesday I'll probably be doing another one of these. There won't really be much to talk about. Maybe I'll just end up pulling up like a tier list or something and just chilling for a bit. We'll see. But